Pull up a seat, talking Commanders football, drinking our whiskey neat. First Amendment sports, Ken, Kevin, and Tim. Don't muff it up, fellas, hail to the Redskins. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Here on First Amendment Sports.
Sometimes I don't even want to come in and cut that horn blower off. What a song. What production value out of our good friend EO. Thank God it's Tuesday. I'm Ken Meringolo. He's Kevin Ricca.
Oh, man. Speaking of hornblower, last Sunday it felt like that television got turned on and it was a 3-hour fart directly in the face. Didn't you get that feeling, that not so fresh feeling?
Not so fresh feeling.
Last Sunday, hornblower style. What the shit?
Let's get it out of the way. 8 losses in a row.
Oof.
We're doing something consistently, and it's losing. Forcing us to play that old gem of a game that we play so well, the turd polishing game. But I got to say, 8 in a row, this is some polish-resistant turd. I mean, they have developed a tolerance for polish at this point. I mean, we played up the heartbreaker against Denver as a game that felt different. This was not that. This was a capital T turd.
No, this was absolute. I mean, you just question what we have done. Like what I thought, what have I done wrong morally?
Yeah.
To allow my team to perform at this. Like, of course, you're going to go with all those superstitions on the good side.
Yeah.
You have to punish yourself as a fan. Or if we're not used to self-punishment as fans of the Burgundy and Golden, what are we even doing here? It was just, you know what? This is the first time all year it didn't make no damn sense. Nothing made sense. I could not grasp that the game was lost. It was like the game got out of hand before it was out of hand.
It was complete. Everything that could be, you had the possible, probable career ender with Zach. You had the re-aggravation of Jaden. You had the shutout, blowout.
Mark,
everything in between.
Mark Cliff safe as offensive coordinator poaching list.
I mean,
Mark's safe. He's safe as shit.
All
right
our
now.
coaches are officially safe.
Our entire goddamn offense was back healthy for the first time all season, so we could goose egg it up. That's part of the I'm sorry. That game was flushed down the shitter the second we threw the ball the third time from the 1 yard line. Look, we can all go back, but since that from that point on, you know how we won last year, scoring like that, keeping them off the field. But if we can't score, we lose by 31 apparently because we can't score against that shit defense. It's a good defense, but come on, man. They're that much better than the team we played before? I don't think so, and I don't understand why the matchup would suck. There's so many questions I have, and it was so frustrating. But you know what?
We're not playing good football. I mean, no matter no matter who's out there playing the plays, calling the plays, drawing up the plays, I mean, everything, like, it's not like the penalties are killing us, but they're not helping us. No. It's not like drops are killing us. They're not helping us. It's not like the, little nicks and knacks on the defense, missed tackle here or missed coverage there isn't killing us over the year, but it's never all good. It's never all right. 8 losses tells the tale. We're not a very good football team this year, right now, and this year.
It's the combination of all that, but here's the reality of the situation. We're looking at ourselves here in week 15, saying, God dang it, how do we get here? How do we get to week 15? And we're entering this weekend's game against a 2-11 team who has just fired their coach, who has lost 7 in a row on their own.
7 in a row.
And they're favored by 2.5 points against us. How do we get into this shit sandwich? How do we fit ourselves in between the buns of the fattest turd sandwich at the stadium?
We can't keep anybody out of the end zone. So that's the starter. So my gambling brethren, my paisans in the gambling pits, which I believe is still how they do it. I've been watching a lot of Peaky Blinders. We'll get to that later.
You just went paisan to Peaky Blinders and said gambling pits. That's 3 different groups of people who are going to be so offended.
Well,
where did they get a load of this
First
show?
thing is we can't stop anybody from scoring. Second thing is we're not exceptionally good at scoring ourselves.
No, not last week, and not so much all season.
I don't know. You know,
0 points with all of our offensive starters back, and I understand, but
Yeah.
zero.
I mean, Jaden obviously was rusty, and that's fine. I know people. I'm glad he played. If he was 100% healthy, he should have played. If he's 100%, if he's 100% healthy this week, he should play. If he's not, he shouldn't. It's to me, it's cut and dry. And you know what? People want to debate about that. I'm like, here's the deal. Like, if my opinion is, if he's 100% healthy, he should play. That's football. They get paid a ton of money. But we're not shutting anyone down. But if the Redskins feel strongly enough about it, just tell us he's not fully healthy. I can live with that. I don't need. I'm not. You know, if they can play the gray area one way or the other, if there is a gray area, and if they want to be conservative and safe, that's fine. If he's 100% healthy, if you're 100% healthy, you have to play because no one else is 100% healthy. So
Sure.
But if you feel strongly enough about it, Adam Peters or Josh, Harris and Dan Quinn, if you feel that strongly about it, just say he's not 100% healthy. We're not going to put him out there. That's fine.
No, that's fine. But the problem is that you're trying to keep him happy as well. He's the ultimate competitor, and he wants on that damn field worse than anybody, and not even RG3 and his goofy-ass cowboy hat can convince me otherwise. But you were talking about the defense, and I just want to say one thing about our fanship, gentlemen. This defense has led the NFL in 70-yard drive touchdowns, 70-yard plus drives that lead in touchdowns 24 times. 24 times, Ken. 24 times in 13 games that's happened. It's getting to the point where it's almost twice a game.
That 98-yarder was a real kick in the teeth.
5 90-plus touchdown drives this season.
It's just
5 90-yard touchdown drives. I can't remember that happening in the entire 80s. Anyone just taking the field on us.
I don't expect us to beat anybody. I don't expect us, and that includes the Giants. I mean, at this point in time, you just can't expect it. That's because by week 15, you're at the dance. You brought your date. You got the corsage pinned on. Like that's it.
No head coach, a rookie QB. They've lost 7 in a row. Everyone's hurt, and they're favored against us at home.
When they put EMD doing the butt on this, and you know who you're going to the dance floor with. You only have one option, and we're going with the guys we have right now. So by the way, Ken Harris, Greg Martin, EO, Robert Cohen, Brett, Derek, all you guys out there, appreciate everybody hanging out. It's like a Make-A-Wish situation for Derek because he's been a little under the weather himself, as I'm sure everybody out there has. He's like, "Are you guys doing?" He's like, "Are you guys doing the show tonight?" I could barely hear his voice, and I said, "Derek, you're like 7 feet tall. You can't possibly sound like that." I said, "I don't know. We've been sick ourselves," and he goes like, "Oh, okay, all right." And I thought to myself,
well, sorry, Derek.
We got to do it.
It would have been nice to have Derek on for the shit bowl, the turd bowl, whatever, the turd polish bowl.
Mm-hmm. He can help us polish that. We need some more polish. We're out of polish.
The Duo Metropolitan Area Turd Bowl, sponsored by New York this flush, and I mean, listen, we're gonna watch the whole damn thing.
I can get up for a Chris Rodriguez running game one of these weeks and have or somebody else.
It's tackle within 3 yards. It's hard to get up at this age.
So there's just not a lot excitement. Listen. Obviously, we are being facetious. We don't mean to be facetious in terms of this is the part of the ride we're on, and no one's talking draft stuff and any BS like that. But I did want to talk about college in one sense because I am wearing the hat. I want to shout out to Keenan Hall. We appreciate all you good folks in South Bend hanging with us. No, these guys know.
Thoughts and prayers, guys.
Yes,
thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. For me, because this is the way. There's a rule, and it's always been our rule. When around March Madness time, if you want to kick someone out or you want to bring someone in, you got to kick someone out. Like you can't just be like that team belongs in. Well, who they replace? To me, it's Alabama. Everyone loves a great college football argument, except nobody. Next year, the situation. It also is crazy how like the contract, the agreement with the college football playoff that begins next year says that if Notre Dame's in the top 12, no matter what, it's automatically in. Someone else gets kicked out. Which is like, why have that rule start next year? If that rule is a good rule, Why do you just wait?
Well,
We're going to start next year.
After they got a shit ton of money 2 years ago because they're not from a conference, and everyone was like, hee, hee, hee. Yeah, it's not so funny now, is it?
Well, it's still, they're still up. They're still, the money bags are still.
They still got the money, but not this year's money.
They need that $4 million.
But they're guaranteed for next year's money. So, whatever.
That's what they're like. They're like, hey, listen, we're not going to get $4 million this year because all the other, every team gets it and the conference splits it. Gets it and splits it. Sometimes I quit it after I hit it and split it. But I will tell you this: they get to keep it all $4 million. And so people listen. There's people who love Notre Dame, and then there's a lot of people who aren't at all sorry for Notre Dame. So and that's totally fine. But
I'm one of those weirdos somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
I'm not happy they're out, and I'm not. I do think they belonged in over Alabama, but when you lost to Miami, so head to head, I do appreciate that Miami got that weird little nod at the end because if you play each other and you have the same amount of losses, come on,
that's fine. And the
3 losses for Alabama is a bit much for me.
It's a bit much. The Miami thing,
and plus they got whooped. You know what I mean? If you get whooped into your 3rd loss, and Notre Dame doesn't play, and they're like, well, here we go.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's a little lifetime achievement-y because like a few years ago, you get that first loss and you're like, shit, it's over. And now it's like 3 losses.
3 years ago, Indiana right now is freaking celebrating on a freaking parade all throughout the Bloomington. I mean,
they got to
win. Sorry, they got to win one more for all of that, or the +1, the second one.
But
now they got to.
Kurt Signetti for president.
Now it's 3.
I love it.
It's going to be great. I'm thrilled by it.
I think I don't want to have to go through them in this playoff. The head-to-head has to matter. I know. I argued as a Notre Dame fan that something that happens in September has to have less value in December. But at the same token, you can't just be like, we played each other. Like, we can't just play each other every month. I can't just be like, hey, everyone wants to know how we would play against each other now, so can we play next weekend? It's like, that doesn't work. It has to be like it happened this season, so it matters.
I know, but these boners have multiple replays from the regular season.
That's true. There's a lot of these teams a lot of these guys have played.
Don't do that again. We already saw Tulane catch a freaking backhand. We're going to watch that happen again just because you're telling us it's right? Fix that. Keep those 12, but shuffle the deck a little bit. I mean, come on. Sorry, I apologize for calling all of you NCAA people boners. It was I was getting a little heated.
I appreciate the argument for Notre Dame needing to like be in a conference because it's whatever. That's fine. I don't think that's a wrong-headed view of it. But at the same token, I feel like the NCAA has been one of the more corrupt organizations in general for quite some time. As much good as they may have done for kids, I mean, they've basically been operating on the best free labor in the history of free labor, football and basketball specifically for decades, and doing quite well. And that's what the bowl games are all about. That's all the money, all that stuff's going to go away. Bowl games are going away. Why Notre Dame's not? The players have been bound out of bowl games for a while. Teams are going to start bound out of bowl games. And there's all these rich-ass people who've been putting these bowl games on for years. We feel sorry for them, right?
Yeah, well, the 7-7 North Texas squad versus Doo-Doo State, who's also 7-7 in the juicy-ass Prune Bowl. No, it's on in the background, and you're looking at it because you filled out that bowl buster. But no, and you don't even know who's there, who's already transferred, who's portaled up. This sport is a disaster.
Who has anything
I
on the
love
line.
that they have a tournament. Thank God. Their saving grace is this only tournament.
By the way, that's why this will very soon be a tournament of, I think, much more than 12, but at least more than 12.
Without a doubt.
Because the Bulls are going away, and they're going to be like, well, there's all these top 25 teams still, who blah, blah, blah. I like Notre Dame sticking it to that model, all right, over the years. I just like that they are not a conference. Obviously, they're a corporation unto themselves. They've done just fine. There's a tradition, and it's a football tradition. Obviously, for us, it's a Catholic school tradition. But the fact that they never joined a conference, to me, I was a little like thumb at the NCAA, structure. And so I like the idea of them being able to keep that going. I think so. College sports, like no team. We talked about this in the summer. Because we talk about the guys who were drafting and the guys who are playing in the league, like they've been professionals for longer than now. They've been professionals they've been paid athletes for a while. So, you have these colleges who are paying tens of millions of dollars, like we said, 6 or 7 teams were over $40 million payrolls this past season, Notre Dame being one of them. Not one of those teams is taking that $40 million on the road to Florida for a chance to beat Kansas, on New Year's Day. Like, there's just no way, especially when all those guys fancy themselves NFL players.
Yep.
And those guys have been bowing out of bowl games for a long time, except for the playoff games.
Right. Specifically, except because, well, you can't bow out on that. But I mean, look, the D3 model right now has 7 teams to each quadrant. The number 1 seed gets a bye, 2 through 6, and has at it. Someday the NCAA would really, really love to do that. And I believe that's what they're trying to move it towards, which is super cool.
But it's hard to take it away from the clasps of the billionaires.
I know. Trust me.
Those billionaires. I don't know any of them, but
and that would make the last 5 weeks of the season really cool. It would reward the top 4 teams. Let the four top ranked champs take those spots the way it's divvied up right now. However, that, and then let everyone play. Then let everyone else play it out. Now that would be the final model. I don't want to do the 32 team. I think the top 4 need to be rewarded.
Absolutely.
And then go. Champions get rewarded.
Eventually, the top 8, maybe the top 12.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's the system that I like because it certainly rewards those 4 badass conference champions and the top 4 ranked. I guess.
And head-to-head matters there too.
Head-to-head certainly does matter. But if they could get to a 5-week model, I mean, shit, we'd go crazy. But how they spread it out, it probably would take 15 weeks. But whatever.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to try and do. But what they're going to try and do is squeeze us all dry for all the monies that they possibly can to watch all the festivities.
Do we owe these guys something? Like our childhood memories of bowl games on weekends around Christmas and New Year's is somewhat thanks to all those greedy bastards in California and Florida specifically.
Think about when the kids weren't getting all that money. Who was getting it?
Yeah, they got it. Maybe we just have like an old bowl game guy.
Wait a minute. Who was getting all that money?
They got all the money. And by the way, they got all the money for a long time,
dirty,
like until recently.
So filthy dirty.
So much money. An old bowl game guy bowl. Let's just give them one game. They don't need however many games they have now. Just one game. They can.
They do have old bowls.
We need to have some old bowls.
Yeah.
Bowl guy game. Let them have a parade. We'll thank them for grainy
embezzling funds that now go to the kids for generations.
Yes, the low def, tube TV, games on the Rose Bowl and the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day that we grew up loving, and everyone.
God dang, did you? Everyone loved those so much. That was so cool.
TV,
when everyone gave a shit.
Yeah.
When everyone played hard as hell. When pride mattered, and not
a fresh set of jerseys
and freaking individual trainers and. Jesus,
I remember.
Give me back my crossbar face mask.
Like, Dad, why are their jerseys so clean? I was like, this is a new game. That game ended. This is a new game. And I was like, what? How many games is on today? And he's like, it's just they're just always on.
I remember they were like, these ones in Florida are on right now, and the ones in California are going to be on tonight at like 8 or 9. I was like, it's on all day. Like all the top 10 teams are playing.
Yeah.
It was magical.
It was magical, and it was great.
And while that was happening, we also had our Redskins, and like life was good.
Rudy did not hit the portal, Greg. I see what you're doing there. James Madison, I will be rooting so hard. Like if this whole system,
he's right,
changes. If James Madison wins, oh my gosh,
it's the springboard. They have money. They have excellent facilities. They just don't have a conference. They got to play against a bunch of shitty teams. Like,
yeah, but that'll change.
It has to, because right now, like, you have dreams for your kids. Like, I want my kids to go to JMU. Forget if they play football or not. It's one of the cool local places. It'd be great.
But the way the system is now and will be going forward, they'll benefit greatly from the system that they're in now. In terms of schedule and competition.
But right now, I don't want to drive to West Texas to where the 4 of their common opponents reside.
Yeah.
South Florida, East Georgia. You're like, who are these places?
Anyone, anytime, anywhere, they say.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm talking about taking my wife and the rest of my family on the road for tailgate purposes.
For JMU?
And that sounds terrible. Well, just to go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say,
they might be tight end hungry.
Well, it's a dream. It's a dream.
Yeah, of course.
That's a dream. This is for argument's sake.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
Was Salt and Pepper and everything. I've been watching that Puffy Jam.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. We have to touch on it.
We will.
All right. A horrible way of phrasing it.
JMU winning in a playoff game would be outrageous. Again, it's Kirk Signetti. He built that program. That's why. Well, first of all, Indiana was genius to lock him up this season, which they did for long term for huge money, because JMU is, they took Signetti and he took a bunch of players and they all whatever, but he clearly knows how to set it up. He clearly knows how to run it. He set it up there, and
he's a hell of a football coach too.
2 years since he left, and they are in the college football playoff. Well, as JMU, that's
you now have to be a business exec. You have to have a degree in child psychology. You have to be a financier, plus a football coach, plus a babysitter. And apparently, this guy's superhuman because he keeps getting it done. And apparently, JMU, exactly like Ken was saying. Who did their guys just go? He just got signed off. Their coach right now just got stolen. And they took whatchamacallit from Florida.
Yep.
Dozier, whatever that guy's name is. So JMU just got the Florida's guy that just left after he was the hottest ticket item a couple years back. And I don't know where the JMU guy just went, but they're kicking ass. And that program has been on fire for years. Signetti set them up for success.
So as a Maryland boy, I get, I do the tongue-in-cheek anti-Virginia.
Go ahead, Maryland boy.
Maryland boy. I am not a big Virginia guy, so I've kind of shit on Virginia. That's like this shtick or whatever. Where especially growing up, whatever. It is shtick. It goes all the way back to a little something called the Civil War.
Terrible place to drive in. Terrible place to drive in.
Yeah, I get all of it. But the cool thing though, like the Thomas Jefferson's home, down in Charlottesville, James Madison's place out in
Harrisburg.
Harrisburg. I mean, these are gorgeous places. If you had a chance to go to college at these places, you would in a heartbeat. They have other ones as well, but those two, and James Madison, obviously. I mean, you're talking about like the cradle of like the best American history, right here in Maryland and Virginia. I'll take, we get some of it. We get a lot of it. Virginia gets some, but it's awesome. James
Madison himself was like 4'11", about 97 pounds.
He was a small guy. They were built a lot smaller back then.
It's very true. He was scrappy, great on-ball defender, and.
But the the idea that that place can grow into a perennial football national power is and because who's talking it well. I was waiting for Ken Harris to say something. I mean, who would have had on their ticket that James Madison would master the modern era of football programship before Maryland did? I mean, Maryland hasn't. And I mean, you may have thought they would have. I feel like they've been trying.
Once they left the ACC, football-wise, they just will never, ever, ever get back to where they were.
Yeah,
it seems impossible.
It seems impossible,
and the amount of money at stake now seems tough for the Terps, who have one booster, and they've gone to the well one too many times. Yeah. He has personally funded the program for almost 2 decades. Yep. They're going to need some other guys to step up, contribute. And why do you think Loxley's coming back? They can't afford that payout.
They can't pay him. They don't want to pay what it's going to cost.
I like Loxley. He's a very nice guy, but usually guys in his situation, I'm just saying, it's not exactly about being a nice guy or a good coach. It's about what does your record say. And I do think he's a good coach. I think he's surrounded by good guys, and they have a chance to be good next year. I do, that young roster. But how many years can you wait? But now you got to wait till his contract's done, especially after the Durkin mess. He's still getting paid. There's all kinds of guys getting paid and at Maryland who aren't coaching anymore.
Well, that's the best job to have as former college coach. This is, where is it, EO? It's 25.
Ooh.
Gift from Joe Meringolo. It was a housewarming gift. Glenn Farkless, 25. It was good. I wish I could appreciate Scotch more. I'm not as good at appreciating it as I am.
For Pete's sake.
For Pete's sake.
It's not a Pete guy. It's hard.
The Irish just seems to.
I think you and I agree on music, whiskey, and like at least something else.
At least one or two other things.
I think we're a lot of agreement. We haven't disagreed.
We agree on Peaky Blinders.
We haven't disagreed on sports in forever either.
I'm going on my 3rd rewatch. I'm like season 4. So that, everything is, we do this once a week forever. So it's like, you never know what's going on in our ordinary personal lives that would be impacting how we approach this podcast. I'm like mainlining 2 or 3 episodes of
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders today, so it's
Fresh.
oh yeah. Let's see. We're going to just briefly talk a little bit about what's going on right now, but then we're going to finish the show out with a segment on Christmas songs. We haven't really.
I mean, we gotta leave. We gotta leave happy.
We're gonna talk about our favorite ones.
Happy on Tuesday. It's been a tough Sunday evening, Monday day, Tuesday day. We gotta have a fun, happy Tuesday night.
Are we expecting the Commanders to win this week? Are we going to lose? So something has to give. Obviously, one of these two teams. Well, actually, no, not obviously. This could be, but this could be a tie. But most likely, one of these teams has to win, and one of these teams will continue losing. We're already sitting on 8. This would put them at 8. They push us to 9. I don't think there's. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's another team in the league that's lost. I think we have the longest losing streak in the league. Is what I'm saying.
I believe.
And I don't think it's close.
It's long and distinguished, and it's us then the Giants. 8-7.
Yeah, it's 8-7. 8-7.
Don't.
Let's see. Streak. Well, the Patriots have won 10 in a row. Good for them. The Broncos have won 10 in a row. Good for them. Giants 7 in a row on the other end. Yeah. And then we're Cardinals are on a 5-game slide. We're on an 8-game slide. So yeah, let's just be honest about what it is. I mean, we are the worst team in the league. We're not even the worst team record-wise in our own division, which is weird, but we're playing that team this week. Loser sits in the basement. I mean, obviously I don't want us to lose. I'm betting on like the regression to the mean here. I don't think we're a 9-loss in a row team. Not many are. I don't know what the numbers are. I mean, that's losing most of the season in a row. So, that's hard to do.
Yeah. This was the only team we freaking manhandled. I mean, we eventually manhandled the Chargers somehow, some way, but we were down 10-0. You know what I mean? Like the Giants, it was like, even though it was a close game, it felt like Russell Wilson was near death every time the ball got snapped to him. Remember that game? Like,
oh, yeah.
Every time he touched it, he was under duress. I was like, this defense, it's so much better.
I can't believe they started.
We're going to do it.
Season. They were like, our best chance to win is that guy.
Son of a bitch. But I expect us to win, to be fair. I do. It's going to be an ugly game. We know that.
Here, my thought in how we beat teams like this and the Chargers, for example, back in the day, is because there wasn't enough tape yet. Like they didn't actually know that if they did these other 2 or 3 things that they would have beat us handily, which people figured out and have for 9 straight weeks really leaned into. So the Giants have the ability to play those plays the tight end on the inside, the 7-yard hard out cut that we give up, it's 2015, 2016 when. Which we were willing to give you 8 yards up a play, seemingly, for free. The things that are working for teams right now against us have been working for 8 straight weeks, and so the Giants, they can do those things, and they have some badass players on defense.
They beat the Chargers as well.
Yeah, and
they freaking beat Philly 34-17, and the 2 rookies were just b-boy posing all over the field. Yeah. And I was like, sheesh, Giants got a little something. And then that was it, obviously. But we have no business losing that game, for God's sake.
No, it keeps us out of the cellar. It kind of almost guarantees us, maybe, assuming Commanders and Giants lose out, that we would be 3rd in the NFC East, which I'm fine with.
But it's all conference play, and it's going to get weird because some teams might send their JV, right? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Just all depends on how it all shakes out. So who knows? But that 4th place schedule, that's the difference between playing like Carolina or like Atlanta and like New Orleans. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care.
This all the family stuff from here all to the end is crazy.
Yeah, it is
for us because I love it in theory, and there's times when you love it just in practice because of how it decides things when your team is cruising. When your team is not cruising, like now all of a sudden, all these guys, all these teams are going to have to win, obviously, and they're going to be competitive games. obviously we're going to jump up and bite somebody for a win. I don't think, I just don't think we're a team that loses that many games. But we've lost that many games so far.
We've lost 8 in a row.
I just can't. I mean, are we going to be 3-14?
If we are, do they call for Quinn's head? Does he automatically? Let me ask you and anyone listening. No matter what happens, we lose the rest, we win the rest. Forget it. Is he automatically back next year?
Yes.
I think he is.
Yes,
and
automatically.
How about this? I want him to be.
Me too.
But I
mean,
think that
there's no.
I just
no
think
way
that
do we
the
get
media and the gravity of losing a dozen straight. That doesn't go over very well.
It doesn't. But
our
Josh
new
Harris,
ownership might be like, yo, man.
It won't be because Josh Harris says fire him. I don't think. I think if anything, it'll be because was it Bob Myers or whatever that guy's name is, like the sports exec that he brought into his organization.
All the guys love him. I'm not saying he's lost a team. Nothing like that's happened. I'm just saying, you lose a dozen straight in this league, you are under fire. I don't give a shit.
So I don't think there's any chance they fire him.
Right.
And I also think that
either.
You're committed to 3 or more years with Dan Quinn and this whole situation, and you are as a backward hat wearing players coaches kind of guy. I mean, he's in the foxhole now. I mean, they're all in the foxhole together. Now, obviously, nothing's going to change the outcome of this season. But coming into next year, by August, that foxhole is going to be deep. There's going to be a lot of people in it.
They're like, hey, Whit, go get us some Cheez-Its.
Come on. Where's this foxhole? Where are we supposed to poop?
And some blue Gatorades, mother, huh?
Jayden Daniels keeps peeing in the corner. The wrong corner. That's my corner. So it's going to be a foxhole. It's a standard foxhole situation. No chance he gets fired, in my opinion. And I'll say this: I don't think they announce any firings. If coaches move on, that's the way I think they'll play it this year. I mean, no one's head has to. We had one good season, and it was awesome, and it made life worthwhile. And it puts this season in perspective. But in no way, shape, or form should we be the kind of assholes who are like, well, I mean, we're better than we should. But this guy's got it. This guy his family and his kids need to be pulled out of school. They need to move out of town. I mean, I don't think there's anyone on the roster like that. Do you?
No.
Now next year.
No, but I do.
Mid-season firings next year.
I get it. And then I was just thinking of any trade candidates, and I couldn't come up with any, but I had one, and I just was going to ask you that one question. Our highest paid player. This is to everyone, and I don't know. I've thought about it, and I have to think more. So I'm going to drown you guys in this thought. Our highest paid returning player next year, Daron Payne, and a contract year. I don't know what you could get for him. I don't know what the value of actually trading him, besides, the obvious salary cap money. And he's a very good player, I think. But if we're trying to come up with some draft capital,
it's draft capital.
We don't have shit beside. Like, this might be the closest thing we have.
You have to, at this point in time, you can't take the stance that I'm not going to listen to this. He's here what the market is on my players. And I say that about every single player on our team. Obviously, I'm not trading Jayden. I'm not trading. There's a couple guys I just don't want to trade. But I want to know what the price is. I want to know what the market is. I want to be able to say as a owner, that I know how much someone would even be willing to pay for Jayden Daniels if they came to me. I mean, for Daron Payne in a contract year with the kind of money that we could then spend elsewhere, and it's a lot.
It's a lot. I think it's 27 million, something like that.
That goes a long way. That's like 4 1-year guys for us.
I trust me.
Trust me. But they got to get at least a first plus, I think.
So I don't know that you're ever getting a first for Daron in a contract year. I was hoping for a third.
Maybe we get that second and fourth.
That's why I said I was hoping for a third. I don't know. In a contract year, what's
because he's a young defensive tackle.
He's a stud. And someoone's going to have to sign him.
Could you draft? I don't think. I guess my point is I don't think you can draft Daron Payne in the first round.
Nope.
Right now, and therefore he's not available in the draft.
I don't want to get into trade stuff. I just had that thought in my head. So.
No, I like it. I mean, that's the way we absolutely have to start thinking. There's a lot to be fixed, but at the same time, I like the guy that's in charge of fixing it. I still want to see what Adams what he does with it. He's not going to be like, well, this is a 2-year process from here, guys,
Nope,
because we
nope,
only have
nope.
blah blah blah. That's not it.
Nope.
He's going to come up with a plan.
No, we need to win and get into the playoffs in year 3.
100%.
And that's and I'll go with Mulligan this year. Fine. Although it feels like it feels less like a mulligan and more like someone just 9-ironing my crotch. But
you watch the game, and you're like, why do we even bother dressing up today? Like this is getting a little bit ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, but the year 3, that's we're ordering the lobster next year. We already talked about that. It's the 3rd date. We need it. We need it to happen. We need it to happen.
I think we're gonna get into the sheets next year.
I think next year the sheets here. And otherwise, then certainly from our standpoint now, nothing's off the table in terms of path forward.
No, I agree.
After a bad year next year.
No, that's it. Just 2 quick little thoughts about that stuff.
So I'm gonna say 27-23.
Shut the front door. Honest to God, I'm just going with it. That's all. I thought about it today and I went with it and I was like, seems like a 27-23 score to me. It just does.
We don't disagree a lot.
And it's weird. Weird. Well, usually when T was here, we would both find a way to disagree with each other more.
Yeah. I'm like, no way 27-23. Maybe 26-23, but no chance.
Yeah, what are you talking about, you asshole?
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
You son of a bitch. 27-23.
Yeah.
That would hit the over by a half, Ken.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 49.5. And that's not why I said it. These games have field goal weirdness. 27-23 felt right.
It's an interesting. I like the idea, Greg. I don't know if anyone's doing contracts right now, but if Tunsil's your guy, I mean, listen, it's week 15 of this is the staff that brought him in. This is the staff that's watched him all year. This is the staff for the most part that'll have him next year if they want him.
And this is the staff that's going to re-sign him to a gigantic deal for 3 years, and that's great.
Yep.
Because we lost our 2nd and 4th and got great production in 1 year, but that's not
great
good
production.
enough. Not good enough.
Yeah.
For losing a 2nd and 4th.
The money we have plenty of money, right. And the money is always for a left tackle. Always. I don't know. We've talked about.
I agree on extending him before he goes into a contract year. Let's shore up. I really like this offensive line. I know. Listen, we're still top 5-ish running the ball, and we're pretty. Offensive line is not the issue, not at all. And I really like that going into next year. Yeah. That's not an issue.
That's right. And I mean, they're still. And the thing is, the tiniest, tweak, a less splashy offseason move, we could look back and see as one that upgraded the line somehow, some way. Because I think we have enough guys that we would be comfortable with. I think we could put a starting 5 together on who we have right now for next year. No problem.
And we talked about it. We're gonna have 7 or 8 less 1 year, $3 to $7 million contracts.
Yep.
That's at least half a dozen. So this is when we're starting to rely on some of these guys. And obviously with the Ertz situation, shout out Zach Ertz. Thanks for everything you've done for us for 2 years.
Has it been announced yet?
We'll never see you again. But hopefully.
Did they say that for sure?
Dude, he tore his ACL. And the dude is 37, 38 years old. That's just not. You already saw it. There's no way.
That's the only reason why I think it might happen.
Yeah, that's fair. But I just don't. At this age, he was already hobbled. That's a 2-year deal at this age, meaning he's not the same for another year. He wasn't the same for the 2.5 years before he got here, is the reason why I say it. For similar reasons. I think at some point, when you got no cartilage left, you got to just call it quits so you can, play with your grandkids and shit. So
I thought I marveled at his slowness before, but I'm just saying, I would love to see how slow he moves on the field at 38 off of a repaired ACL.
With bone on bone?
With bone on bone.
Bone on bone?
Dude, it's like claymation. It'll be, and somehow it'll still work. He'll still find himself open 3.5 yards upfield.
You just fly to Germany and get the platelet open thing, whatever that is.
And he'll still lead the league in virtual spots. Every single time he's going to catch the ball on the line, and they're going to have to do the ball eye, Hawkeye thing.
Zach Ertz will be somehow affiliated with this. I hope so, because everyone loves him. He's beloved.
Yep.
He'll be around, but I don't think we'll see him anymore.
He would be a great tight end coach.
I mean, those little boats in the inner harbor, him and Lattimore just paddling off into the sunset.
Yeah, I mean that's
not happening. That's all right.
I think
we're going to get a badass chunk of change back and only have to pay 6 or 7 less. You know, there's going to be some opportunities to do some crazy shit, by the way, that we don't even have an idea about.
That's right. I mean, yeah, we from a talent perspective, we could very quickly and successfully add a lot of talent quickly in the offseason. So, and that does not mean the draft. I'm talking, outside the draft, we could find ourselves with 4, 5, 6 guys who or day one starters, who's probably multi-year guys.
Not off the scrap heap of, like Greg just said, 35 is what he just turned. Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to age you 2 or 3 there, Zachary. You've just been around for 100 years. That's all.
Marvel at his speed.
Quickness, burst.
Let's talk some Christmas songs. All right, we got about 15, 20 minutes to go here.
I love it. This is one of my favorite things we do.
Greg, throw it out there. We're going to do 3 modern, 3 classic. I got, some stuff here. Now, I wanted, just an interesting thought I had. So obviously, talk about modern songs and classic songs. Everyone, you kind of just have to, in your head, know what that is.
Let's cut it off at 1970s. We were born in the 70s. What do you think?
But go
ahead.
Well, I don't have a year necessarily.
You're going Old Testament, aren't you?
I would say Old Testament, New Testament. Like if like a remake of a classic in like the 80s or 90s, to me that's a modern.
All right, that's fine.
Weird,
but fine.
Like but if it was like it's all a lot of songs that were written in like 1700s.
This is what House Counsel would do. He'd be like, I've studied the manuscripts.
And I think what our forefathers are trying to tell us, really, at the end of the day.
That's fair. I'm outvoted 2-1.
You're outvoted 2-1. But how should we do this draft? Like coming around, I think Greg had an idea for that.
Yeah.
So we'll wait for him to.
Look, we need the board to be like judge it. We need board involvement. This to me, this is what really brings together our locker room.
Yeah.
The guys that watch our team lose 31-0 and still gather. Freezing cold, 16-degree Kensington Tuesday nights.
Creamy biceps in the house.
Also creamy biceps in the house. I got them. I got them too, man. The inside super creamed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just straight.
But no. This is and the Christmas songs right now is the perfect night to do it, Ken. I don't want to do it next week when I'm like almost done with it. You know what I mean? We're in the sweet spot. It has not been banged into my head as of yet.
6-round draft, picking your best Christmas music playlist. 3 have to be classic. 3 have to be modern. He suggested 75. From the year perspective, I think we're going to be fine on that. Board votes for best playlist. 1 secret bonus round. Bonus if guys sing. I don't even know if you're getting. We've been noticing a little bit.
What?
Rhett's a locker room guy always.
I will sing one of them. I will sing one song.
We're going to
Ken, you'll sing one. Say I'll sing one song.
I'll sing one song.
All right.
By the way,
I'm going to need more of that delicious whiskey.
Thanks a lot, EO, for really snaking my. Speaking of, you're talking about snake draft. I got snaked by EO and my Spotify Wrapped. They were like, "Guess what your one of the most played songs for the year was?" And I was like, "Oh, please, please, please." How did I get? It was like, I am like in the top 0.0001% of dislocated boner listeners, and I just want to say, I'm a little bit pissed that I didn't get like a video from the band. Like it'd be like I got the Dirty Heads one this year. From Duddy.
Top 100 Little Stranger, Apple Music.
Apple Music, very good, very good, very good, very good.
Top 100 Little Stranger. I want a plaque. I want a plate. Like a Happy Meal plate.
They sent it to you?
Grimace and a rainbow and the cheese and a hamburger. And Ron,
Dude,
hamburger's
awesome.
running away. Ronald's like, what? And Grimace has no idea what's going on. I want one of those. I still have one at the house. Those plates were awesome.
Yeah, so EO, I expect a video.
Yeah, way to go, EO.
Tell me what you're doing in the studio.
I'm proud of both you guys.
Yeah.
I always hear it here. I gotta download it and play it at the house.
Well,
what my house needs? A little bit more dislocated boner.
It is true.
This is the right time of year.
I don't know if I registered as high. I forget what they said that I was, certainly one amongst the, in the VIP listeners club. For
top 10 most inebriated listeners.
Yes.
To Dislocated B.
Yes. Have I thrown my underwear on stage at the band? Maybe. But probably. Definitely hotel room car keys.
As soon as you chuck those underwears, you know what happened. It's like the parachute scenario. It takes forever. It's like
it's like they float down like leaves in the fall. So you go ahead and go first. You get to pick any song you want, and one has to be classic, and one has to be
Well, I'm
modern.
going to go with my all-time number one. Is that how we're doing it?
You can pick, of course. Yeah, you just by the end of 6 rounds, you have to have picked 3 and 3.
All right. Well, my one seed, my all-time one seed, favorite one.
I'm so hoping
You've heard me say this in this basement. First time I hear it, I always well up a tad bit in the holiday season.
Okay.
Merry Christmas. Little drummer boy, Bing Crosby.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's what I was hoping for because I know that's your song.
The lyrics to it, Homeboy. There's all these kings. Everyone's bringing all the. What you were a myrrh, gold, or you're a frankincense guy, obviously.
Well, you know I'm a gold guy.
No, I called you a frankincense guy, and you claim to be a gold guy.
Yeah.
But everyone claims to be a gold guy.
That's true.
I'm a myrrh. You're a frankincense.
Okay, all right.
Well, gold's fine.
Frankincense sounds like it smells pretty good.
You didn't get invited to any gold Christmas parties. A couple frankincenses, though. Maybe a myrrh.
I got some frankincenses
me
in a
too.
myrrh.
All right. Well, this young man, all he had was his drum,
All he had.
and I don't want to get choked up.
All he had was his drum.
Little drummer boy for me. Ken, you're up with back-to-back. You're a snake, Ken, a slithery. You're playing them?
I just want to make sure it's the right one. We're going to get copyrighted like a motherfucker in this one, but that's okay. This is it. To me, this is my number one. Silent Night by the Temptations, baby.
Is the only way to do it. And one of the greatest baritone verses of all time. We can't even get there.
So that means I'm getting my 2 top 2s. Silent Night by the Temptations off the board. I think we have to call that modern. It was after 75, and it's a fresh take on a classic song.
Yeah, it's weird, but I agreed to it. So here you go.
Otherwise, it's not a carol. Christmas carol.
M-O-D. All right, you get a modern. I get an old.
Because I'm going modern. I'm going back to back modern, and because it's Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band singing "Santa Claus is Coming to Town."
It's a great one. It's in my top. It's in my top.
Yeah. So that gives you 2 here in a row, and I feel good. I fall off modern wise pretty fast, unfortunately.
All right, let me get yours. All right, Santa Claus and Silent Night. All right, I just got to get to it. I got. I got to follow the board. There is a board, and there's been a board, and I got to stick with it. I'm going back to back old schools because that's what the board says. Baby, it's cold outside. Dino.
Oh, there was no way it was getting past me. That's my number 1 classic.
Baby, it's cold outside. What a great song. What a great scene in Elf. All of it is so great. It's just great. It makes me so happy.
And Dean Martin is
it's so like because it's him. It's better.
I think I was going to make that draft pick. I was going to dedicate it to our kickers.
Yeah,
it's because it's kind of creepy and rapey, but not really. It's just uncomfortable and awkward.
He's just blatantly announcing the facts.
We want. I'm gonna need you to stay tonight, and I'm not gonna take no for an answer.
The door's quadruple locked from the outside.
It's soundproofed on the walls. They'll never hear you scream. This is what made Tees feel nervous about being here.
We'll order takeout. All right.
I'll break your ankles.
And another old school.
Kathy Bates style.
Another old school. Miss Eartha Kitt singing Santa Baby.
All
God
right.
damn, I love those 3 songs. I would not trade my top 3 because that is my top 3 off the board.
Yeah.
And I got, I'm old and out.
So I get 2 here. I'm gonna have to dig deep in my classics. So I'm an Old Holy Night guy, and I think version-wise, Michael Crawford is my favorite version. I think that has to count. He didn't do it. He didn't reinvent anything. He just has a great voice, and he sang a great Christmas song. So
I don't know this.
Michael Crawford he played Phantom in Phantom of the Opera on Broadway for years. He's a
maybe that's why I don't know
singer.
him. He's a phantom.
He's a phantom.
Obviously, that's why I don't know him.
If you like that song, I think it's the best version of it. The second classic, dang it, because I think "Run Rudolph Run" by Chuck Berry. Is it Chuck Berry? That's Chuck Berry, right? I think I'm going to go there. I'm just going to go there. So I'm going to get some Chuck Berry in my moderns. I'm going to fill up my moderns immediately. So "Run Rudolph" by Chuck Berry, and then I need to draft two classics, and it's you're up to draft 2.
Dude, there's so many more.
It's a ridiculous amount.
Oh, so Oh Holy Night is modern.
No. Oh Holy Night is a classic.
Okay.
Because he didn't change it.
All right, so you're 2 and 2.
Yeah.
And I'm all 3 old, but I only need 3 olds, right?
Are you all 3 old?
I am. There's so many songs.
Dean's definitely classic.
Yeah, Eartha Kitt. All of it.
Eartha Kitt's classic.
Yeah, I'm all old school.
All right.
All right, so I'm all moderned up.
Yeah, you got to modern it up. That's good for me because that means you won't take any of my classics.
Well, I got my top 3, but my 4 or 5 are still on the board. But that's all right because my new school banger, this banger. Of course, it's Wham! Last Christmas. It's a favorite at the house. And who doesn't want a homosexual British man singing you holiday carols from the stall next door at a rest stop somewhere?
It's what you need in your life.
Come on. Andrew and George, you silly gooses.
Don't be a silly goose.
I don't care. I love that song. All right. And I have one more, and I got to go modern again.
Yeah, you're all modern now. Modern love.
M-O-D. All right. I mean, do I follow the board, Ken? I'm following the board, but I think that's old. So it's. Ooh, that's old too. All right, it's Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC, and I'm staying true to the board.
I think you got to.
You stay traditional. I stayed true, and now I just had to jump up and snag.
For a classic, I have to take 2 classics, and I want to be like super classic on this. And so, as a shout out to Shark,
You have one of each, sir.
What do I have so far?
Right, Silent Night was modern. Santa Claus is Coming to Town was modern. You have 1 classic and 1 old school left. 1 old school and 1 new school, right? We have 6 picks. Or are we going? 12?
Yeah, we have 6. How many have I drafted?
4. Run Rudolph, old school. Oh Holy Night, old school. Santa Claus Coming to Town, new school. Silent Night by the Temptations, new school. Yeah, you need 1 of each, sir.
I thought we called my other one new school, but we didn't. What was the?
We followed the rules.
We followed the rules
that I was voted against.
Yeah.
So let me.
Wait, what are my picks again? So I did Silent Night and Santa Claus Coming to Town.
Yes.
And then what were my other 2?
Oh Holy Night.
Yep.
By M. Crawford and Run Rudolph.
And we're calling that a classic.
Of course.
Okay.
Way before the 70s.
Okay. All right. That's huge for me. That means I get to dip in ways I didn't think I would be dipping right now.
You can dip your stockings in it.
I think that I'll go classic just to kick it off with Bing, White Christmas. I mean, that's to me, that's what it's all about.
Racist.
Yeah, I know. We have, between me and you with Dean and Bing, we're gonna have to guard the liquor cabinet with those guys around the house. And then modern, this is the one I had. You probably saw it on a thing. Carol of the Bells by Trans-Siberian, which is
weird.
It's not Carol of the Bells. It's what's it called?
And it's in Sarajevo. It's
Christmas in Sarajevo.
Yes.
With the ridiculous guitar solo.
I'm just gonna write Sarajevo.
Yeah. All right. I don't know.
All right. Now I just want Ken Harris to know this. I drafted with my first 3 picks, my first 3 seeds. My number 4 seed, which no one has drafted, my 4th pick in a 12-round draft. But because my first 3 were old school, I couldn't take them.
Yeah.
But the Christmas song by Nat King Cole, obviously,
that's the next song on my board.
That's my 4 seed. My number 1, Little Drummer Boy. Number 2, Baby It's Cold Outside. 3, Santa Baby. And 4, the Christmas song by Nat King Cole. But I can't take it because I got to go modern again.
Wait. Oh, so you're closing this out. So I'm done.
You're done. Yeah, we went. You were a slithery snake.
Don't forget there's a Muppets with John Denver situation that's still out there. The Oak Ridge Boys.
There's only one more modern song on my whole board, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to draft Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Because
you got to do it.
Because I'm going to. And I love the song for about 2 days every year.
Yep.
Then there's about 13 days that I want to punch that song right where everyone punches the Commanders.
Blue Christmas Elvis.
For 8 weeks.
Meliki Maka.
Well, we're going to the whole board.
What's
yes.
the bonus round? Need an old rock one like that. We need the bonus round.
No one said Feliz Navidad. I know it's kind of a, but you know.
I
Deck the Halls by Nat King Cole's a banger.
I need a few more years, maybe a decade or two off from Feliz Navidad. And then I'm going to be back into it. My older
Someday
age.
at Christmas by Stevie Wonder is a great song.
Yep.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not afraid of my Christmas music songs. I'm not afraid to stand up and say this. I love Wham, and I love George Michael, and I love Mariah Carey at Christmas. That's just who I am. God made me this way.
I feel almost bad that I picked Bing over Nat King Cole, but the big White Christmas, but it's also because the White Christmas movie is one of my all-time top Christmas movies. So
happy holiday, the holiday season. My 5 seed, my top 5. Ken Harris, you just called us out for not the 2 you called us out for. My 4 and 5, but due to only being able to draft my top 3, I went with the board, and I apologize, but I don't apologize.
The party is
over.
George
Michael and Mariah Carey. Do I ever want to talk to them? No. Never want to see them in public.
No.
Just want to listen to their shit jam at Christmas.
Bonus round. Party's over. You need the worst, most annoying Christmas song you can think of to end the playlist and clear the room. I wish it was Feliz Navidad. People still actually love that song.
Who's
so
up
it
first?
Can't be. Go ahead.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm thinking
the most annoying one of all time. The most annoying one of all time.
Oh, what's that?
I'm going to say it.
Auld Lang Syne or whatever it is. Go ahead. You go first.
No, it's not Auld Lang Syne. That's not the most annoying one.
Not Auld Lang Syne, the New Year's song. There's actually like a pop song. Dan Fogerty,
Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer is my pick, and I don't want to ever hear it again. And I would, if I banged it, no one in my family or friends would be there before the end of the song. I agree. That's a great question, and I had a great answer. And also, it's the most wonderful time of the year, my 6 seed by Andy Williams. I just want everyone to know, I'm an old school guy at heart. My top 7 on the board were old.
Yep.
Then I only had 4 new schools. But I love this conversation.
Mine is Same Old Lang Syne. Same Old Lang Syne by Dan Fogelberg. The lyrics are hilarious. It came out in 1980. You hear it all as soon as they start playing Christmas music on 97.1. It's right into the rotation, and you've heard it a million times. You just did
right.
And the lyrics are outrageous, and you listen to them, and you're like, this guy just strung a random story about being in the produce section, seeing an ex together, and now I have to listen to it every single Christmas season.
Oh, when I hear Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, I transform into like an octopus and start choking myself. I can't do it. The nasal, the idea of it, like everyone's laughing about someone's grandma getting trampled on Christmas. Like it's just not like all of it.
What about I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus?
It's old. You're like nah.
Just kissing, right?
Yeah.
What did you?
I don't know. I didn't love it.
Using the gingerbread man, please show the court where Mommy was kissing Santa Claus.
Right underneath the gingerbread zipper.
The gingerbread, the gumdrop buttons.
Yeah, it was gross.
Holiday Road. I like that song by Fleetwood. Our boys. Was that just Lindsey Buckingham or was that also Fleetwood? I'm not sure. Either way, I loved it. Other than that, I mean, I like when I first get like what you said on day one, I want to hear Mariah.
Yep.
I want to hear Chuck Berry. I want to hear Blue Christmas. I want all of them. And like day 15, day 16, I'm still in it. Like right now, but it's nothing's better than that first couple days.
I agree, and that's why I'm happy and thrilled we did this tonight. I haven't really been inundated yet, and tomorrow I know I got some driving to do, some school and some practices and some games. There's all kinds of shit, and guess what? It's coming, and I'm ready for it. Now I'm ready. I got a playlist.
I hope you laugh through Same Old Lang Syne, like Megan and I do when we first realized what he was saying. But 27-23 win over the NFC East rival Giants. 2 out of the next 3. By the way, did you stay up late watching that game? Chargers, Eagles?
I did because for Christmas, years and years ago, I asked if a Philadelphia quarterback could ever have an interception and a fumble on the same play. It was awesome. And I was like, this is so great. And then the ball, how it stayed in bounds, so the lineman could like recover it without touching it. I was like, this is why I stayed up.
It was awesome. There was so little premium on ball security in that game. Like everyone, no one cared at all about turning it over.
At one point, it was once in late third quarter, 1 out of every 8 some plays, the ball was either intercepted or put on the ground. And I was like, that's great. That's a high end.
I'm just glad that game was played in California because that mean we would have felt a tremor. That was the least amount of security for balls that I've seen in quite some time. I'd be a little bit afraid to be out there this time of year.
Well, I get it.
Watching,
I think.
Well, I'm just the best part about the interception that sealed it was that FanDuel was not trying to give me a payout of any kind for my Chargers win, right? So in overtime, you would have thought they would have given me a little something like, "Hey, Philadelphia's going to win in overtime, so we'll give you here's a couple bucks." Right? They have a cash out option on the bets. Not a single cash out option. With the Chargers hit the winning field or the ultimately winning field goal in overtime, FanDuel still did not offer any, like not even like $5, but like, hey, if Philadelphia's going to score a touchdown and win this game going away, here's $10. I'm like, I would have taken it. I probably would have taken it. And instead,
you know what happened, right?
Instead, we got the money.
Because of a young man that you covered in high school.
So let's talk about it.
Mr. Cam Hart, the guy that deflected the ball at the end, he deflected it, and then the interception was made. Yeah, you covered him for 3 years. Obviously, that caused him to get a higher scholarship to the Notre Dame University.
The Notre Dame.
And he went to Notre Dame, had a good counsel. After we covered him for 3 years, we covered him win one title.
Yep.
And then making plays like that in the league, when FanDuel doesn't want to step up for you, you know, the kids from your conference that you've looked out for forever.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, I appreciate that. I do. And so that was a little weird. I don't know. I feel like it's the holidays. Usually the cash out logic is it should be a little bit more generous this time of year.
You saying there was a lump of coal?
Yeah, I got a lump of coal. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't on the nice list. How about Ken Harris got it right. We'll go out tonight on a little toast to our man, Phillip Rivers. 45. Man's got.
Is he 45?
He's 44. He'll be 45.
Right.
But he's got 10 kids. He is officially back. I'm assuming he will be starting this week. They have nobody else. Everybody, even Riley Leonard, their rookie from Notre Dame by way of Wake Forest?
Duke, sir. Come on.
By way of Duke, my bad.
And whose father played in the league, the WCAC Gonzaga.
Yes.
Come on, let's keep it
all in the family. Phillip Rivers, I mean, he's like, that's like old school John Riggins, you know? Hey, why'd you come back? Hey, I was broke. I mean, 10 kids. You need to make.
Plus, it's Christmas time. He's looking for that extra cash around the holidays.
And he's also been like, hey, listen, sorry, wife and 10 kids that are all going to be in this house.
10 kids. He's got to have grandkids by now, doesn't he?
Yes, he has at least one grandkid, they said. Yeah. And he's like, what? I'm going to be pretty busy learning this playbook. I'm just going to stay at a hotel over by the stadium, over by the
Honey,
facilities.
You got this, right?
You got this. Of course you got this. It's genius, super genius.
As Ken Harris says, got 10 kids, and I guess he's got to get out of the house, I guess.
Get out of yeah, exactly.
Hey, we know.
We're all on the same page.
You think he was available on Tuesdays?
I didn't even know trying out for the NFL was an option at our age.
At our age?
Which is what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't mind getting out of the house for a few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just, hey, let's sign this guy.
I'm guessing holding would be our best bet.
Yeah.
But bad snap would be devastating. Maybe
it would be.
Maybe
I mean,
death.
You know what? I would.
Certain death.
Yeah, but that's two things. A, the way I want to go, and B, you'd be set for life. You basically, your injury settlement would keep everyone, in Uggs for the rest of their natural born lives.
I can't believe there's a 44-year-old man that's going to quarterback a team just to get some extra spending cash around the holidays.
Yes, it's great. And that, by the way, that's also the sign of desperation. Like Daniel Jones wasn't even brought. I mean, he had a great year. He wasn't brought in. He was brought in to compete with Anthony Richardson, who got hurt and was lost for the season. Everyone's lost for the season. Everybody was showing up with a clipboard to the quarterback room. It was just the coach. There was nobody else. Yeah. Everyone else was in treatment. So it's a great situation for Phillip. Great opportunity for Phillip Rivers. Yeah, exactly.
Throw them stockings, Phillip.
But at the same time, they couldn't keep one of the most athletic quarterbacks in the last 2 years off the injury list. They couldn't keep a fresh athletic quarterback like Daniel Jones off the injured list. They couldn't keep a physical, powerful Riley Leonard off the injured list. If I'm 44-year-old father of 10, I'm thinking probably going to get injured. There's like, if Indianapolis culture, what they're going to do is they're going to injure their quarterback.
They're like, is Peyton Manning available? They're like, he doesn't need money this holiday season. He's good.
This might be a setup. This might be Phillip Rivers' wife being like, hey, this is life insurance cash-in time. Put him on the field. He won't survive 2 weeks. I got 10 kids.
Yeah.
There's
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. It's like The Godfather mixed in there. I mean, he's like, what's his name?
44, man.
Frankie. Mm-hmm.
44. Like, he's been coaching high school football. He's not been working out. What is he like? I don't know. Maybe he's been doing something. Who knows? But there's got to be a shit ton of other NFL backup quarterbacks going like, oh God, I suck.
Yes. Honey, remember when I was like, I'll know when it's time to hang him up. Yeah. It's time.
They don't even call me for the backup quarterback commercial anymore. They didn't call Rivers either.
No, he's not even getting that call.
I know, he's not.
Teddy Bridgewater's like, there's a couple of guys in the backup commercials. I don't think they're playing right now.
What's his? Oh God, Buffalo, Pittsburgh. What's his name? Mitchell Trubisky. He's like, I mean, seriously, guy's like my uncle.
I could have been there for a workout.
God, I stink. Time to coach high school football like Rivers.
Welcome to our world. Merry Christmas season, everybody. We'll be back next week. So next week will be the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. And then we'll go ahead and take Christmas week off, Kev.
Yes.
So
we're in next week.
In next week, out the following week.
It has to happen.
Has to happen. And then we'll make an effort to have a show the following week. I'd love to get back.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. Yeah. We can do that.
So that'll be our schedule. So next week will be our extravaganza. We do have an annual extravaganza of some kind. I don't know. We'll extravaganza it up somehow. Any final thoughts this evening, Kev?
I do like Greg said next week we do what is it? Hold on, I just had it.
12 Days of Christmas?
No, the biggest pains in the ass something of Christmas draft. I liked it. I lost it. He wrote it. I'm finding it. Hang on with me. I gotcha. And
Dominic the Donkey. Cartman's Oh Holy Night is great. Like
next Tuesday, biggest pain / annoyance of the holiday season tournament.
All right. I like it.
I'll give us something to talk shit about.
Lemons into lemonade.
Exactly. But, hey, awesome hanging out with you guys after just a gigantic. Everyone was kung fu fighting in our pants against us last Sunday, and it was tough. Awesome to hang out with you guys tonight. Happy holiday season.
Are you trying to tell me there's a party in your pants and that we're all invited?
Nope, because I wasn't invited.
Okay, all right, just making sure. Until next week, we appreciate everybody. I'm Ken Meringolo. He's Kevin Ricca.
See you in a week.
We're still live. I'm on a delay with my comments.
And we didn't sing our songs. What were you going to go with?
Probably Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I don't know the word. I mean, I know.
A newborn king to see. Yeah.
You would have had the whole place in tears.
No. Mostly my family and your neighbor's dog.
I'll have to bring my dad in to sing Feliz Navidad because he's fluent. He can deliver it the proper way.
Like Jose Feliciano would.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he would.
Ken, Kevin, and Tim, don't muff it up, fellas, hail to the Redskins.
Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday.
Ooh.
Tuesday. Here on First
See that little? Yeah.